With the WSL transfer season officially underway, Manchester United find themselves with a task at hand, building a strong team to compete in the league next year. If you remember, Manchester United had a very difficult season in the WSL last year, but that did not hinder their opportunities. They went on to win and lift the FA Cup. And since then, Man United fans have been sitting waiting patiently. So here's the news that I've rounded up over the last week or so regarding Manchester United and their future. Let's go. Starting with the biggest news is that Manchester United are set to accommodate the men's team and remove the women's team from the newest complex that was recently built for them and put into porter cabins to allow the men's team to migrate over there, whilst the new Carrington complex is being refurbished for the men's team. Now, if you guys remember last year or last season, Manchester United showed us and showed fans inside the £7 million Carrington training facility that was updated for Manchester United women. Now, since then, it's come out that Manchester United will accommodate the men's team and allow them to operate from the new facilities that were recently built for the women's team and move the women's team to temporary porter cabins. Yes, porter cabins. Now, Manchester United women have deserved facilities, great facilities, similar to their counterparts, their Arsenals, the Chelseas, the Manchester Cities. However, now it seems like they are taking a step back. Now, of course, this is stuff off the pitch. INEOS really need to invest in the women's team, both on and off the pitch, to really feel like Manchester United will be going far. On to the transfer news, and probably the biggest story of them all is Mary Earps will be departing Manchester United on a free deal. She will be joining PSG as the highest paid goalkeeper ever. And if you take it back, less than 12 months ago, Arsenal came in with a record bid for a goalkeeper for Mary Earps, and Manchester United declined it by saying she was not for sale. They returned again in January and it was declined again. Similar to the Alicia Russo saga as last summer, Manchester United have now allowed her to leave on a free, and it seems like they could not come to an agreement for a contract for Project Inspiration, and all in all, sell Mark Skinner's newest project of Manchester United to the Lionesses goalkeeper. FA Cup, Golden Glove, and a heap of memories. I wish her all the best, and I'll definitely go to Paris to catch a game at some point and watch her. Another player out of the door is Manchester United's very own Spaniard and someone very close to my heart, especially after what she did in the FA Cup final, Lucia Garcia. She is the first who has officially been announced by the club that she is leaving, and she will go over to Mexico where she starts new beginnings. Another player leaving on a free, and is very, very unfortunate given the experience she brought to the team, the flair, the fire, the fight, the grit, the strength, and overall the personality that she brought to the team. She will be so dearly missed by the fans. I know that for sure. And you see it in the way that she spoke in her exit video, speaking about how she is so happy to have had the fans have her back for the number of years. All the best of luck to Lucia Garcia. I wish her all the best. And you know what they say, once a red, always a red. Now, no official news yet surrounding Nikita Parris, who turned down an offer from an American team a couple of months ago to stay at Manchester United to be part of the FA Cup squad. Nikita Parris is approaching the end of her contract, just a few days left, and it's likely that she will leave Manchester United as well. Another player who brings a heap of experience and Manchester United's top goal scorer. Now, Man United tend to lose a lot of players to free agency, especially players of value, and Nikita Parris is no different to that. Of course, she is a lot older than a lot of younger players that are in the WSL, but the experience she brings to Manchester United is absolutely no secret. Had a phenomenal season this year for Manchester United, scored double-digit goals across all competitions, and if she is announced to leave, I wish her all the best of luck wherever she goes for all her future endeavors. And that's another player that I will definitely be keeping an eye on. And last but not least, for potential outgoings to free agency, is the skipper who lifted the trophy at Wembley and made history. She made history last year, being the first ever Man United captain to walk out at Wembley with the team. And then she made history this year, being the first ever Man United women's captain to lift a trophy. None other than Lionesses and Manchester United's very own Katie Zellem, also approaching the end of her contract with no extension in sight. It's reported that she's looking at alternative clubs in the WSL as she'd like to stay in England, and it's likely she will leave. If she does leave Manchester United, that means there's not many left of the Manchester United originals that were part of the 2018 squad that was re-established by the Glazers. Katie Zellem has been the captain over the last couple of years, and she's one of the OGs, as we like to say. Millie Turner, Leah Galton alongside her as well. If she does go on to leave, I might have to make a separate video for her just to thank her for everything she's done, especially over the last 12 months, heavily playing out position. But I will keep you updated with that. Some positive news. Melvin Mard, the striker on loan from Lyon, Manchester United are expected to trigger her clause that will see her join Manchester United on a permanent basis. Yes, Man United's front line will get rejuvenated, especially when they're starting to probably lose players as well, such as Nikita Parris, and it will be none other than Melvin Mard. She will stay. Manchester United will have a permanent number 9, and I'm so glad because now I can get her shirt. Manchester United are also expected to sign Elizabeth Turland on a free. Currently spending this last season at Brighton, the frontline forward scored 13 goals out of Brighton's 26 goals. Only second place after Khadija Shaw for the Golden Boot. Had a phenomenal season despite the fact that Brighton were struggling within the relegation zone. Now, as according to BBC, Man United are expected to complete a deal for the Norway international on a free transfer before the upcoming international break next week. Losing Turland for Brighton will be a big blow, but for Manchester United, that will be a big win, absolutely big win. And the thought of people like Turland, Mallard, JC, Miyazawa, Ella Toon is making me feel a little bit hopeful. Sky Sports Germany are reporting that Manchester United are interested in replacing Mary Earps with Bayern Munich's own goalkeeper, Maria Lucia Gross. Now, of course, transfer fees need to be agreed, and she has a personal goal of playing for a top club in the WSL. This does make me wonder, where will this leave Tullis Joyce, the person who I thought would be the future Manchester United number 1, and I'm sure a lot of other fans felt that as well. But that is the current news surrounding Manchester United's transfer market. On the back of the highs last season and the lows last season, let me know how you feel so far about the transfer window. Mary Earps departing, Lucia Garcia departing, Nikita Parris potentially departing, Katie Zellem potentially departing, all 4 of them on free agency deals, and that does not include any players that Manchester United will likely sell as well. One name that I've heard a lot, Irene Guerrero, could potentially leave. I have no doubt that Manchester United will also bring in a lot of talent. The most important thing is bringing in the right profiles to fit the team. Be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe. Remember, you can always find Manchester United men and women's content right here on my channel. You guys know what it is. As always, I'll be back next week with a roundup of all Manchester United news. I'm out. Peace.